Can I stay with shoes for a while? Because people, usually women, have a passion with two things, shoes and handbags. But not always women. Stephen, good morning.
Neil, how are you?
Are you telling me you have 150 pairs of shoes?
Yeah, definitely. I'm unreal, Neil. I have a problem. Like, I've 150 pairs of shoes, scarves, bottles of aftershave that are not even opened. Unbelievable. Like, unreal. You're on about your wardrobe. My wardrobe is bulging at the seams, Neil.
With not just shoes then, ties?
Not ties. No, not so much ties, Neil. No. Trousers, jumpers, long sleeve t-shirts. Like, I have a chest of drawers, and all my chest of drawers are full of t-shirts. A few weeks ago, I had to put all my summer clothes into a suitcase because they wouldn't fit in the wardrobe. Madness. I like, people are going to say he's off his game. Well, I am, because I have so much stuff, Neil, you know?
Why do you buy it all? I mean, you've described yourself as a shopaholic. You don't need it, but you still buy it, is it?
I know, but I don't know what it is, Neil. I suppose it's a bit of compulsive buying, really. Whatever I kind of put my eye on, I buy, you know. If it's within my range, I don't buy expensive stuff, Neil. You know, I don't buy anything. When I say over €100,
yeah,
like,
I know. You're like me. Yeah, you're like a bargain, but you don't go crazy.
Yeah,
you
like
buy
TK,
designer.
if I saw something like TK Maxx, you know, I definitely buy it. You know, I have no shame in saying it, but I have an obsessive personality. You know what I mean? I don't drink or smoke, so that's my kind of fashion and clothes is my buying power. I must have over 12 or 15 scarves. You know.
Yeah, I'd have a good dozen scarves, but I'd say I'd have easily 100 ties, if not more.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I wouldn't need a tie. Like, you know, if I was going to a wedding now, or unfortunately a funeral, like a black tie, yeah. But when it comes to shoes, trousers, and people say to me, Jesus, you should declutter. You don't need all that stuff. My daughter even said to me last night, Dad, you need to sort out your corner, and I did it. But it's not even 50% sorted.
In what way? Did you decide to start recycling some of that gear?
Nah, I only put it into the wardrobe.
150 pairs of shoes, though. Would you say that's an accurate number?
I have. What I did last year, Neil, was I bought those plastic containers you can buy in Home Store More.
Yes, I have them. You can get them in different sizes. Some of them are huge.
Yeah, I had to buy the largest one.
Yeah.
So I bought 3 of them, and they're underneath the stairs, and then there's more upstairs.
And what's in them? Shoes, is it?
I'll send you on the picture the next couple of days.
Is it shoes or in the big plastic containers?
Yes. There's shoes, boots, runners.
Have you worn all of them at some stage?
What?
Have you worn all of them?
Yeah, I have worn all of them once or twice.
And you know all of the aftershave? Like we only need one bottle of aftershave.
Sure, Neil, I must have. And like this is not like I don't want people think I'm boasting, but this is like, again, if I fancy something that's a good price, right? I give an example. I was on Waterford last week, and I saw Davidoff cool water for €30, and I bought it.
Is that
see a bargain,
is that half price or something? Is it?
Yeah, if I see a bargain, I'll buy it. You know, I won't go over 50 or €60. You know.
So how many bottles of aftershave?
Some of the aftershaves are not even open. Most of them aren't. That's
the thing, because like you want to come. I mean, I don't know. With me anyway, you come across one scent or one aftershave, and you stay with it.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are people listening who have a different aftershave for every day. But don't women stick with the one perfume, the one spray?
One or two, yeah. But I don't know about men. Then they're different.
So here's a question I want to ask you. When you buy this, a lot of it's impulse, and it's based on a bargain. Do you get an adrenaline rush from it?
The truth, 10 minutes.
You get this buzz
for 10 minutes. That's all.
Okay.
And then when it comes through the door, there's a bit of excitement, but that's all.
And do you buy anything online? Have you?
Yes.
Couriers traipsing up and.
Yeah, I bought stuff online there last week. I bought polo shirt. I bought something else. I can't remember what else I bought. You know, and I'd be checking on my emails to see what's the status. And
Do you think it's a problem for you?
Yeah, I was just going to say it, Neil. It is a problem. it's a problem for me. And people have said you need to stop buying and you need to, whatever you're buying, you need to throw a third out. So everything that I buy, I need to throw a third. Like that lady was on earlier saying that for 2 years. If you have worn it for 2 years,
yeah.
Sure, some of the stuff I haven't worn for 2 years.
Actually, some people say a lot less than that. Some people would say if you haven't used it,
and more for 6 months, a year even.
You know what I mean?
You know.
What about coats and jackets and?
Yeah, I've all them, a load. But underneath the stairs, loads. Top of my head, they're in plastic. They're not plastic, but they are in plastic bags. You know those recyclable bags, those see-through bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them. I must have, and I'm not exaggerating when I say 15. Those, the Gillettes, the sleeveless jackets.
Yes.
I must have 7 or 8 of them. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, if there's any homeless out there that need coats or jackets, I'd be willing to donate some coats and jackets.
Well, penny dinners are always looking for coats and jackets. Always.
Yeah, I wouldn't donate shoes now because I've worn them, Neil, you know.
But do you struggle financially to keep up with this?
No, not really. I would not struggle. I wouldn't. I don't drink or smoke, Neil. I don't gamble, you know.
I know, yeah, I know. But is it a worry for you? Like, are you
pay my bills? I'm working.
Are you concerned by your spending, though?
Yes, because I am concerned, Neil. I would be concerned, yeah. You know, but when I say 150, that's 150. Like, it's not over the last 3 years. You're not buying a pair of shoes every week. That's over the last 30 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a bit. There's a bit of hoarding going on there as well as compulsive.
Yeah, like, there is hoarding, Neil. There is hoarding.
But you're a compulsive buyer, though.
Of course, yeah, of course. And again, I wouldn't shop. I wouldn't buy things I can't afford, or I wouldn't buy things on credit. You know, you have this thing called Klarna, is it? Where you buy things and you can pay it over like 5-6 months or a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't. If I have the money, I'd buy it. If I can't afford it, I will not buy it.
Would you allow somebody else? I mean, I envy you actually, because I would love nothing more than to have a fresh T-shirt every day, but I can never find them. I always know that I had them, but I don't know, can never get. And when you live for many years with a son, he tends to probably snaffle my T-shirts. You know what I mean? So I envy you that in that regard. But would you let somebody else do the clear out for you? Just step away from it.
I'd be like you, Neil, what you said a while ago. I'd hate to part for things. It's like a death, you know.
I know.
You're letting something go that you like and you're fond of, you know.
I suppose you could be doing an awful lot worse. You say you don't smoke, you don't drink, you don't do drugs, you buy too much, but it's within your budget.
But I did drink and I did have all that stuff before, Neil. You know what I mean? But I haven't drank for nearly 14 years. You know what I mean? And then that because I have a compulsive, I have an obsessive personality. That kind of took over, you know.
Yeah. So, did you buy anything this week, for instance?
No.
Well, isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, it's a good thing, but I'm very conscious of it, Neil, and I'm very honest about it, you know. I don't kind of gloss over it and people say, well, you bought that, and I say, no, that's there 3 months. No. You know what I mean? I used to hide things before, I don't hide things anymore.
I know, and I imagine it's harder to buy things anyway with so many shops closed unless you go to the alternative of online.
That's what Brenda was saying, do I find lockdown hard? Lockdown is a lot easier for online shopping.
Yeah, I know. It's easier to click and off you go. Yeah, before you know it. Yeah.
You know,
would you say you need any help with this?
Probably I do, yeah.
Would hypnosis work or something like that?
I don't know what would work, Neil, but first of all, I need to admit to it, and I have admitted to it, and it's not like admitting to a drink or a drug or gambling or whatever, but I'd say, I have a problem, and the next step then is dealing with the problem and stopping and then declutter, you know. You
could just have one of these addictive personalities, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know the way? Like I've often said, if I had ever done cannabis or ecstasy or heroin or anything like that or cocaine, I'd be dead now. If I'd started on that at all, it would be game over. You know what I mean?
It's frightening me.
You know what I mean? Like others probably would be okay, fair enough with cannabis, and others then wouldn't be all that bad with ecstasy, and people could probably go through their life on cocaine or whatever. I couldn't. I just go completely off the deep end. But I would only have one bottle of aftershave. Maybe I'm mean, you know, and I wouldn't get another one until that's gone.
It's what it's what your senses are attracted towards, I suppose, in sense of your smell. You know what I mean?
Let's see who's listening who might be in a position to, maybe help, or secondly, who's been in the same situation as your good self and managed to rein it in and get it under control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what it's about, to get it under control.
And if you want to do a clear out and to recycle, there are places that would take the jackets and the coats.
Yeah, I was thinking about the jackets and the coats. Like, I don't know, we're coming up to the end of January, but February, March is still cold.
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Even this weather now is damp, you know what I mean? And if you're underneath a shelter, like, I mean, no doubt there's one or two of my coats would help some. I don't man a woman, and I wouldn't care, like, if a woman.
Well, Vincent de Paul are always looking for things. Penny Dinners are always looking for clothing, particularly coats and jackets. But listen, thanks for your honesty, and do stay in touch and stay listening for now, all right?
Okay, thanks very much, Dean. Have a good day.
You too,
Bye-bye.
Stephen. Do appreciate that, and I mean that from my heart.